Hello everyone, my name is Megan and welcome to my third Flosstube video. Today is Monday, April the 15th, and I just got home from work and I'm tired. I'm always tired, and my heart is so heavy watching what happened today with Notre Dame. It's just absolutely surreal. It's heartbreaking. Um, I studied French for many years when I was younger, and it's almost shameful how much I forgot. And I was lucky enough when I was 15 to get to go to France and spend 2.5 weeks there. And we did Paris and Versailles and spent most of our time in southern France. And it was amazing. It was absolutely the trip of a lifetime for me. And I would love to go back someday. And I actually brought this picture here for you of a very happy 15-year-old me in France. I keep this picture on my vanity as a reminder that I have been this happy and I can be this happy and I deserve to be this happy. Because I know it's easy to lose sight of that sometimes. So I look at this and I know. I would like to say thank you to a few very, very wonderful people that said some very nice things about me, which is also kind of surreal. There's Olivia at Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, Michelle Bendy Stitchy, Heather from Link is My Homeboy, and Kathy from Crafty Cat Stitcher. Thank you all so very much. Your kind words mean more than you know. Also, a very special thank you to Miss D. Mancini. Dee and I first met through Stitch from Stash. We were put together as postcard pals, and she sent me this sweet little card that she made. The lighting's kind of funny today, so I'm not sure if you can read it. It says, "You did it!" And it was a little card with a sweet note inside congratulating me on my first Flosstube. Dee, you are so kind and so thoughtful. Thank you so very much. The last 2 weeks have been steady busy. Work is crazy. Aaron's work is crazy. Quentin is Quentin. He did have his last soccer game of the season last night, so not having soccer on Sundays will definitely free up some more time, which is good because now that spring is here, the yard work is in full swing. I spent a couple hours out there on Saturday clearing some beds and stuff, and I was definitely sore on Sunday. I have not used those muscles in quite some time. What else? Last weekend I went to Lancaster for my stitching meetup. My sister went with me. Aaron came too, but he went off and did his own thing. There was, I don't know, maybe 50 of us there, so that's a really great turnout. And Christine and Carrie did an amazing job putting everything together for us. I know it was a lot of hard work, and they are very hard workers, so having the time and energy to do that for us was really sweet. We went to Stitches Unlimited, which is a very cute store, which I would like to get back to, maybe on a day when it's not quite so busy, so that I can really peruse their wares. And while I was there, I met some very nice ladies who actually have a stitchy meetup once a month, about a half an hour away from me. So yesterday, I went to my first stitch in with them. They meet at a church, and it's from 1 to 4, and it was great. Everybody was super nice, and I feel really just, I don't even know what the right word is. Not relieved, just happy, I guess, to have found some other stitchers in my area that I can connect with and meet with on a regular basis. I did tell them I would be there next month, but then I realized that next month it's on Mother's Day, and I have a long-standing tradition of doing absolutely nothing except for spending time with my kiddo on Mother's Day. So I won't make it next month, but I should be back there in June, and I already can't wait. Everyone was absolutely lovely. I have also been busy stitching. I have been sorely neglecting my other hobbies. I've put a couple rows in on my shawl, but not much. No sewing has taken place, unfortunately. I'm hoping this weekend to maybe remedy that. I have a quilt top that's about halfway done that I would definitely like to finish. I did also meet a lady at the church who is also a quilter, and she told me about a group that gets together even closer to me than where the stitching group meets. So I'm hoping maybe in the next few months to go and check out the quilters too and see what I can learn from them. I told her it's just me in the sewing room with YouTube and a bunch of questions, and she couldn't believe it. Her reaction was great, so I'm definitely very excited about that opportunity as well. I have a lot to show you today. I have 2 finishes, 2 whips, a little bit of acquisitions, and then I brought some past finishes again. I'm just going to keep going backwards in time and get you guys all caught up. So let's get started. Again, I said that the lighting's kind of weird. It's later in the day. In this window, it's cloudy, and in this window, it's sunny. So I'm not sure. We might just be all washed out, but what are we going to do? Alright, so the first thing I did was finish up my widow's weeds. And here it is. I love it. It's beautiful, I think. So down here in the bottom are these 2 little cartouches. And Lori suggests that you can put somebody's initials or something like that in these boxes. But I stitch a lot of memory pieces, memorial pieces, and I just didn't want this to be one of them. So I didn't add any of that. I actually was really attracted to this one because of the date of 1863. Last year I finished 272 words, which is the Gettysburg Address, and I don't know at what point in my life I became the kind of person that wants to decorate with themed walls. I don't know. But this date would fit in well with a Civil War related wall. So there she is again, one last time, all blown out. When I was at the Stitching Meetup, I worked on Time Enough by Kathy Barrick, and I may have enabled a few people to go hunt this chart down as well, which is pretty great. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count lemonade by Color and Cotton using the called for DMC. And here's where we are. I filled in 3 blocks on the clock, which is not too bad considering all of the chatting we were doing. So I'm going to continue to save this and work on this at various stitching events. It'll probably come back out I don't know, maybe in New Jersey. That might be the next time. I'm not sure. And then I pulled out Thankful Wheeler by The Good Housewife, and I just had a little start on it, but I decided to go ahead and finish it. I just went for it. Hope you can see it. There it is. I love that big blue house. This is stitched on some 18 count Aida that I coffee and tea dyed. I was given a bunch of 18 count Aida by my boss's wife, and so I coffee and tea dyed all of it. And I don't know if you guys can see these like splotches here. I think there was one, yeah, like down here too. So I was ironing a lot of this fabric, and I wanted to clean my iron, so I made like a baking soda paste and put it on there to clean it, and I didn't get all the baking soda off apparently, and so if you coffee and tea dye and you get baking soda on it, it does that, which I don't know. I actually think I kind of like it, and I think it kind of adds to the piece. I'm also, by the way, really digging like some blue samplers right now. This has got a lot of blue in it. Hopefully you can tell. Sorry again about the lighting. I've got this one that's blue. I've got Lucy Nolan that I'm doing in blue, and I hope to do that companion piece that I got in blue. I don't know. That might be my thing right now. I know a lot of people are into red samplers, but I think blue might be mine. And then finally, I pulled back out A Mind, Independent and Free by Carriage House Samplings. You can see it here. And this is a big one. I'm stitching it on 28 count, And so it'll be about a little more than 39 inches long when it's done. And it's still in the Q-snap because it's kind of a bear to wrestle all that fabric. But I am happy to report that I have passed the halfway point on this. It's mostly text. There's a couple bands of like a flowery border and a big house at the bottom. And that'll be it. I think I could finish this year. At least I hope to. Alright, next up, a few acquisitions, definitely not as much as last time. My Cozy Blue Embroidery of the Month Club came, and I'll show you. It comes with like a little paper explaining about the stitch, and then she sends you a little card. You can put all your flosses in, all the DMC, and this is this month's. And I flipping love it. I cannot wait to get started on this. I need 10 more hours at least in every day to do all the things that I want to. So again, there's no stitch instructions that come with this. She stitches it along with you for the first time. And then the month after she releases the club, she offers it in her shop. So very excited to get started on this. My back order came in from Sassy Jacks. I got the Carter House Sampler, 1817. Again, this will probably go on my future Civil War wall. This is pretty cool. The proceeds from the sale of this chart and kit benefit the Battle of Franklin Trust, which preserves Civil War sites and history of the Battle of Franklin, Tennessee. So that's pretty cool. Cute. Little sampler. Looks like it'll stitch up pretty fast. Like that. My Color and Cotton floss of the month came in. Here they are. All very pretty. I know everybody shows these. What do we have? We have Tartan, Blue, Mint Julep, Cactus, which is not green. I don't know, is that reading green? It's not really green in real life. That's pretty weird. Clay. And Pink Sands, which is also definitely not that color. But that's okay. I'm sure people with much better lighting have showed theirs off too. Her fabric of the month also came in, and this month I got a 32 count in Biscotti. Oh, well, you can kind of see it. It's just a very light, creamy mottled fabric. Pretty neutral. I like that a lot. Anything could go on that. And next I'll show you what I got at Stitches Unlimited. I decided to get the floss for Plum Street Antiques and Barson Lowbro, maybe, 1837. And this is what that chart looks like. I've had this chart in my stash for quite some time. And the text on it reads, "Mark from the tomb a doleful sound, my ear attend the cry. Ye living men, come view the ground, where you must shortly lie. Princes, this clay must be your bed, in spite of all your towers. The tall, the wise, the reverend head may lay as low as ours." I like that a lot. That's definitely my style. And she actually gives on the back 2 color options, one for the model and one for the antique. And since I was in an LNS and had the opportunity, I pulled the colors for both, and I went with the antique. So let's see, can I hold these? Let's squish them. And so here are all of the colors Very pretty. I'm only missing hickory sticks. They were out of that. 12 grain. Pretty creamy. Onion skin. Brandied pears. River Rocks. Watley Woodlands. Old Blue Jeans. And then the text will be in blue spruce. Pretty bluey, greeny color. And I've got some fabric coming from 123 Stitch for that, and that will probably be my next start. The last that, no, I lied. I'm always lying to you. I picked up this from Stash Unload. Something else that I was thinking about for another stitching gathering that I will be attending. It's called the Common Thread Stitcher's Mat by Threadwork Primitives, and it reads, "The love of stitching is our common thread." I thought that was really pretty. And it looks like it would stitch up pretty quickly as well. The actual last thing came today. I had purchased a piece of Picture This Plus's new color Heartland, and it arrived today. And it is beautiful. I got it in a 36 count. You can actually see that pretty well. I do think I have an idea of what I might like to put on this, but we will see. It's gorgeous. And they were having a sale, so I got some. Alright. Sorry for shaking you. Old finishes. Or they call them vintage. They're not really vintage, they're just from last year. Alright, I'm just gonna keep going backwards in time. So I've got some December, November, and October here to show you. First up, I've got Jenny Bean's Christmas, I believe. Is that it? Jenny Bean's Christmas Sampler. I picked all my own colors for this, and this is a piece of extra design fabric. She posted on Instagram, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe, a year and a half ago, no longer than that. She had like some one-offs that she just was selling on Instagram, and I was able to pick up 2 pieces, so this is one of them. I'm not a big Christmas person. I'm a pretty big Grinch, but I do like this for the winter. And the other piece of fabric that I had gotten from her then, I used to stitch Jenny Bean's Halloween. And so I finished Jenny Bean's Christmas this December, and I finished this one December before. I guess I do things in trends like that. So, there she is. I love that. Before that, I finished, sorry, I've got notes here, When Cardinals Appeared by Blackberry Lane Designs. This is stitched on 32 count tarnish by Picture This Plus. And here's what this looks like. Now this, I used as a memorial piece for my mom. I've got her, I don't know if you can see it, a little tiny, her initials right here. This was kind of challenging to stitch. You know, I think Picture This Plus, when they dye, their fabric tightens up so much, and there is a lot of 1/1 on this, and a lot of different colors. The floss list for this is pretty wild. And there's some beads that are supposed to be on it, but I didn't add those. So, it's beautiful. We've got cardinals that live here, a couple of sets of them, and every year we get to see their babies, and it's just, I love them. Make me think of my mom, my grandparents. So that piece was a lot of fun to stitch. Before that, I've got a pretty big one here. I might have to back up a little bit. I participated in the Sampler Sisters Stitch Along with Diana of It Is Kismet, and Emily C. of Eclectic Possessions. Michelle of Cozy Egg was doing it. I know there was lots of people that pulled them out. and I started stitching this, and then I didn't stop. It took about 2 weeks, but I finished it. Can I get it all in? Here it is. Sorry about the lighting again. It's pretty big. I stitched this on a 32 count color and cotton fabric that came in the Halloween mystery box, using all of my own colors. Again, I just picked lots of colors that I liked, and then down at the bottom, let me fold it, I put in the initials of some people that are very important to me. I got my grandmother, her sister, my aunts, my mom, my sisters, and then over here at the end are 3 of what I consider my stitching sisters. My Lily, my Amy, and my Diana. I love all of you very much. So that was amazing. I enjoyed stitching that immensely, clearly. I just went through it. And then before that, we were in October, and I had 2 finishes in October. This is the Thistles and Spells Pin Keep by Stacy Nash. Here we go. I stitched this on a 28 count Carrera marble by, again, Color and Cotton. Very pretty, very fun. I also used some of the flosses out of her Halloween box. She had a few silks in there, and oh my gosh, they were just amazing. Amazing to work with. So there's that one. I guess I really should be doing some finishing, like some FFOing some stuff. And lastly is a pattern by Plum Pudding Needle Arts. I've done a couple of their things. They're a little weird, but I really like them. And this is Blessed Be. I stitched this on a little piece of 28 count lamb's wool. And this piece was really fun because I challenged myself to do this whole piece using the sewing method, which is something that I practice on and off. I would like to be better at it. Some of my stitches are definitely a little funny, but I still like it. And I do actually have an idea of how I'm going to finish this. I like to frame most things, but I don't think I'm going to frame this one. This one might become something else. So, alright friends, that's it. That's all I got for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful few weeks. Until I see you again, always feel free to come visit me on Instagram, where I'm Wide-Eyed Stitching Child. I normally just post a weekly update. My nights are so crazy that it's hard for me to always find times to take pictures and have lots of updates. But I like to show you what's been going on in my week. So hope to see you over there. And thank you so much, and talk to you later.